This is going to be a good one, especially for all my degens out there and my conspiracy theorists, my tinfoil hatters out there. I love a good conspiracy. So I'm ready for this one. This one's for the internet archaeologists. We're going to be talking about Barn, crypto Barn token. It's spawned from a 1997 scene from The Simpsons, now pitched as a community run trading bot with yield burns, 0% tax. It's bold, it's bizarre, but does that actually make it alpha or a barnyard pump waiting to be evacuated? Let's dive in. I'm ready to go. They have a sleek, cool little website here. We're going to start off with the narrative and vision, and I'm going to play you the conspiracy fueled clip here towards the end of the narrative and vision. So stick around for that. This token basically rides off nostalgia and internet cult culture. It spawned from an iconic background gag in The Simpsons, where you saw a crypto barn. They've wrapped it in a community-driven sort of ecosystem. Here's the crypto barn right here. For those of you that have not seen it, sounds like survival fuel, right? But at its core, it's still a meme with buzz and, no breakthrough tech here. Obviously, the roadmap, which I can show you here at the bottom, is kind of light, right? Bot tests, staking, audits. Maybe they'll build something substantial. Maybe they'll just spray a roadmap and pray, basically. So there's some pros and some cons. But before I give the score for this, let's watch this video because this made my conspiracy spidey senses really tingle. I'm going to try to make it a little bit bigger here so you can see it better.
I'm so honored that Springfield has been chosen to host all these upscale chain stores.
All right, so you get the point. We're not going to go all the way fully to the end just because I want to save on time anyway. But it's a fun narrative, right? This is one of the more unique ones in terms of meme coins I reviewed. The Simpsons lore kind of brings back nostalgia. There's that viral hook. Community-led staking is good. Trading bot access, whatever. Everyone's doing that now. But it's kind of narrative over substance, right? There's no clear purpose beyond being a meme, as it is always with these meme coins. So for that reason, I gave it a 10 out of 20. It's a fun narrative, but does that really give it any kind of edge? Not in my eyes. So let's move on to the tokenomics and supply. There's 1 billion barn, as with all these meme coins. It's always a billion generally. Supply's fixed, 0 buy-sell tax, which is good. It was just released basically yesterday on the 21st of July. The liquidity is locked, which is good. The contract has been renounced, which is also good. There's 959 holders, so almost 1,000 holders of this thing, which is also positive. There's no takebacks with the liquidity being locked. All that stuff is good, but there's no formal vesting details, right? And who knows what the initial allocations were? There's no sort of insight into that. If you look at the tokenomics on their site, that's all it really says. So who knows, right? Stealth distribution can hide insider prepping to basically tank the party. You got to trust but verifies with everything, never assume. And for that reason, I gave it a score of 8 out of 20 for the tokenomics. And we can move on to the tech and execution. For the tech and execution, this isn't vaporware, right? Crypto Barn does have a functional staking system. The bot testing is in progress. That's better than your average sort of meme coin launch, but it's closed source. There's no audit. There's no GitHub, obviously, for this. There's no dev transparency. All of those are pretty big red flags. And for that reason, I'm kind of in the middle on this one, and I gave it a 10 out of 20 for tech and execution. We can move on to market structure and liquidity. So this thing trades on Uniswap, 100% of the volume. Volume's really light, 66K, but the market cap is really small, right? This is sub 1 million at around 600K. Slippage is real for this. Liquidity is very shallow. So if you are going in on this, be very careful. This is micro cap territory, right? The being live on Uniswap is good. Trading volume is good, right? It spiked on the day that it launched, but that's usually the case with these. You'll see these spikes. Check on this in a week. it might be down 90%. So be careful with this one. For market structure and liquidity, I gave it a 7 out of 20. This is a very, very small cap token, so you got to be extra careful. Let's go on to the final section, which is exit risk and VC stakes. No VC shout outs for this, obviously. No pre-mine claims. Lack of transparency about the team. You don't really know who's behind this. Their X has 733 followers. So this is a very small, very, very small niche token, very niche community. That's pretty much that. Insiders can dump on you at any moment. So the caution has to be there. This isn't the thing for me, but it is a fun sort of conspiracy angle. It's a fun meme coin. I don't really love the ticker barn, but it is what it is. So that's it. Take it with a grain of salt. It's not vaporware. It's backed by nostalgia with real staking and bot plans, but it's also a micro cap with zero transparency and major execution risk. So for that reason, I gave the exit risk and VC stakes a 6 out of 20 for a total score of 41 out of 100. Hope I did my math right on that. Whatever. It's an exit liquidity candidate. It could get wild if the bot actually, kicks profit and the Simpsons lore goes viral, but the odds are skewed towards you basically getting wrecked, and especially getting wrecked on the slippage or facing a dump when insiders cash out. So this is an absurd one. As always, I hope you enjoyed this. I do these 3 times a week. So if you did like this, stick around. This will be dropping. We'll have these altcoin videos dropping weekly. If you did enjoy the video, please consider giving my tiny, minuscule micro channel a subscribe. It would really help me out a ton. And as always, thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.